Some say Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil. Others say he was simply a man ahead of his time. But one thing is certain. On this day in 1938, at just 27 years old, Robert Johnson left this world and left us with questions that still haunt music history to this day. Robert Johnson was born in 1911, and though his life was short, his influence was massive. Known as the king of the Delta blues, his guitar work and raw voice became the blueprint for blues and rock. But his story is wrapped in mystery. The famous Crossroads tale says Johnson was once a struggling guitarist. Then, after disappearing for a while, he returned with skills so sharp, so unexplainable, that people believe he must have struck a deal with the devil himself. And it raises the question, was his talent truly supernatural? Or was it simply the product of relentless dedication and practice? Then there's his age, 27. Robert Johnson's death, believed to be poisoning with alcohol involved, makes him the figure many consider the first member of the 27 Club. That infamous circle of artists, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and Amy Winehouse, all gone at the same young age. Were they too guilty of selling their souls in some way? Or was it the crushing weight of fame, the mishandling of their success, and the seduction of alcohol and drugs that ultimately became their undoing? And think about this, alcohol itself is called spirits. Maybe the true spirit at the crossroad wasn't a horned figure at all, but something poured into a glass. Here's the haunting reality. All the members of the 27 Club are gone, but their work, their music, their image, their art still makes money today. Someone is still collecting off the fruits of their labor. They can no longer enjoy it, but the system profits endlessly. The Bible says in Matthew 16:26, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" And that makes me reflect on my own journey. When I first started out as an independent artist, I received several options for contracts, promises of stardom and fame. I remember calling my mom, telling her, "I'd be so much further along and very wealthy if you hadn't raised me with these morals." But I thank God she did, because morals kept me from signing contracts that might have cost me more than money could ever replace. So maybe the real contract with the devil isn't just a story about the crossroads. Maybe it's written in the fine print of deals, in the bottles labeled spirits, and in the choices we make when chasing fame. Robert Johnson's life was short, but his influence eternal. His music laid the foundation of blues and rock. His myth inspired generations, and his questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain, the price of fame is real. And sometimes the only thing standing between gaining the whole world and losing your soul is the wisdom of knowing which contracts and which spirits to refuse. If you enjoyed this tribute to the king of the Delta blues, Robert Johnson, drop your opinion of this myth in the comments. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more stories beyond the legends, or myths in this case, that have shaped our lives. Until next time, keep the music alive by checking out this next video.